Alright guys, so here's a front sample in 4K on, this is a front facing camera on the Essential Phone PH-1. Some of you guys asked for an updated video from the front camera and here it is. Now I've learned a lot about this front camera. I think it depends. I had to turn off auto HDR because with auto HDR it seems to be brightening up. It'll blow out this white background right here. And if the sun is out, it really blows it out. Now it could be something in the settings that I'm doing wrong, but I just turned off auto HDR and boom, problem solved. The camera looks good like this. I think this has looked pretty good. Audio has always been pretty good on the Essential Phone PH-1. I like the cameras so far. A lot of people have said that these cameras, the phone isn't any good, it's not relevant. I think those are people who probably never owned the phone. I get a lot of comments like that from people who say, that phone is not very good, and it's no one's even interested in that. There's several people actually saying, on different videos that it's not relevant. I don't see how it could not be relevant. I think people are kind of overlooking the fact that a couple things. A lot of people don't have it. I think there was only like 100,000 units sold, and a lot of people just don't have it. They're going on what they see online instead of buying it themselves. And a lot of people, if you will buy it yourselves, I think you will be truly surprised in what you get. So, and how many other phones can record in 4K on the front camera? Leave those comments down below if it's a phone that can record on 4K in the front on the front camera. I would love to check that phone out. But for now, Essential took the step and did it. I can even zoom 8 times on the front camera, which I think it's phenomenal. So no external microphone needed with the Essential Phone. It's good. Like the Galaxy Note 8's microphones are really good. The Moto Z2 Force has really good cameras. Microphones and cameras. But those phones can't do 4K on the front like this. And if 4K is something that's important to you, the Essential Phone with the right lighting, you can get some great footage. And that's with all phones. But the Essential Phone, sometimes it takes a little bit extra steps and tweaking to get the right lighting, but that's not really bad. You have studio light, sunlight, whatever you need. But this phone itself is one of the few phones that can actually record in 4K on the front, and I think it's really nice. Would I do this consistently? Well, if you know at the beginning when this phone was first being launched last year, that was one of the reasons I was excited about it, because I wanted to start doing 4K videos, not having to flip the phone around or whatever I was using at the time to do the footage in 4K. Having a viewfinder with a 4K camera on the front is absolutely stunning. The phone does do 1080p on the front as well, and it does 60 frames per second, 1080p on the rear, obviously 4K on the rear too. But this camera is actually really good, and I just want to do kind of a vlog style review of the front camera. Again, I had to turn off auto HDR. Now, you can correct me if there's something I'm doing wrong with that in the comments, or you figured out you had to turn off HDR too. But nonetheless, 4K shooting on the front of a phone is absolutely great, especially if the footage is good. 4K footage on the front camera of the Essential Phone, which is probably the only phone that I can think of that can actually shoot 4K on the front camera. So it's your man Jay Will. Leave a comment down below and let me know what you think about this footage. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.